An unnamed 11-year-old girl from Hong Kong was playing with her pet hamster one night in 2013 when it bit her finger. After her parents had cleaned the wound, the girl started developing cramps and was dead within an hour. The investigation did not come to any conclusion as to why she died, but experts speculate that she must have had a severe allergic reaction to the bite. An unnamed 94-year-old man was walking along the French countryside in 2016. He was later found dead in a field with sheep nearby with wounds that indicated a death by injuries sustained by being trampled on. In 2010, 68-year-old Travis Oliver Beard had gone to feed his stallion when he was attacked by it. When his son William and a friend Bruce Higgins had returned, they saw the horse had something in its mouth. They initially thought it was a large feed bag, but when they heard the man's cries for help, they realised the stallion had Travis. Bruce hit the horse with a large rock, causing the animal to release Travis. His son then shot the horse when it charged at them when they tried to get to Travis. Travis suffered severe injuries to his chest, abdomen and one leg. He also lost an arm in the attack, which was discovered some distance away. Travis was airlifted to hospital in Nashville but later died due to his injuries. He had previously reported carrying a stick when feeding the stallion, as it was said to be mean. In 2010, Robert H. Baldwin, 63, was walking with his family on a mountain trail at Olympic National Park in Washington when the family stumbled upon an unusually aggressive mountain goat. Robert had told his family to stay away and head back while he attempted to frighten the goat away, but his attempts were unfortunately unsuccessful and he was rammed and killed by the goat. Marieke Engelbrecht, 25, was walking her dogs near Musina in South Africa in 2010 when one got loose and ran towards a herd of giraffe, frightening them. As she tried to retrieve her dog, she was kicked in the neck by a scared giraffe trying to protect its calf. She died instantly from the impact. In 2017, 72-year-old farmer William Paris was attempting to move a cow, which then pushed the man against a fence and crushed his chest. William was pronounced dead in the emergency room due to severe trauma caused by the impact. 50-year-old Sandra Piervessen loved her animals and raised a pack of 9 wolf dogs by herself and was extremely devoted to them. After failing to meet with her daughter in May 2012, her estranged husband went to look for her, only to find that her body was inside the cage of the wolf dogs, partially eaten. She had been clawed and bitten and later dragged into the enclosure by her wolf dog pets. For her 60th birthday, Pam Weaver was given a pet camel by her husband. He did want to get an alpaca, but they were too expensive, so he got a 150-kilogram, 10-month-old camel. This particular camel had had a history of erratic behaviour. In August 2007, the camel knocked Pam to the ground and apparently tried to mate with her. He had laid on top of her, straddling her until she ran out of oxygen and died due to an unbearable pressure. Kelly Ann Walls, 37, had 3 unusual pets, a Bengal tiger, an African lion and a black bear, that she kept in separate cages on her property in Ross Township in Pennsylvania. In October 2009, she was cleaning the black bear's cage and had given him some dog food, but she made the mistake of turning her back on the bear and he attacked her, mauling her to death. In Florida, 2001, Leon Resnick was testing a jet ski for his company driving around a lake near Deerfield Beach when he suddenly collided with a flying duck and was knocked into the water unconscious. Leon drowned in an extraordinary rare case of a duck causing a human's death. The duck was also found dead nearby. In February 2010, an infamous petting session began at the pool at SeaWorld. Dawn Brancheau was getting ready to put on a show with Tilikum, who was the largest bull orca in captivity. Tilikum had grabbed Dawn's long ponytail in his mouth and dragged her into the pool. Dawn had tried to pull it free, but she was no match for the whale, who just yanked harder. Colleagues immediately initiated emergency procedures, slapping the water in a signal for Tilikum to stop. They also dropped a weighted net to try to separate the whale from the woman, but Tilikum refused to respond. At one point, Dawn managed to break free and swim to the surface, but Tilikum slammed into her, clamped his jaws around her middle and shook her violently. Even when staff managed to guide Tilikum to the medical lift and raise the floor, he refused to let Dawn go. Trainers were forced to pry his jaws open and pull their colleague free, as her arm came off in his mouth. Dawn had been scalped, dismembered, and had every bone in her body broken before being drowned. Several trainers claimed they believed Tilikum knew exactly what he was doing, but what many didn't know is that Tilikum had killed before. In 1991, along with 2 female orcas, Tilikum had been involved in the death of Kelty Byrne. Kelty was a 20-year-old biology student and part-time trainer when she had slipped and fell into the orca pool after a show. She was grabbed by one of the whales and dragged around, screaming for her life, until she ultimately was drowned. It took 2 hours to get the whales to release her body. In 1999, Daniel Jukes, 27, hid in the park after closing hours and was found the next day splayed naked on Tilikum's back, covered in bite marks and puncture wounds. Experts in the amazing but tragic 2013 documentary Blackfish believed Tilikum's capture and captivity had rendered the intelligent and sensitive animal psychotic.